Good morning. Sorry, I went to screenshot something and it froze. My apologies. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We apologize for running a little bit late. We did have a meeting all the way up until 9 o'clock here local time. So we're just debriefing after that for the last 10 minutes. So we do apologize that we are 10 minutes late to the episode. It is a Friday. We had a meeting. I do apologize. Craig, mate, GM to you, GM to everyone in the chat. Razuka, great to see you back to back days. Love it, mate. Can't wait to tune in with you again next week. Craig, mate, how are you feeling today? Bitcoin 58K. I don't know who's been telling you about that, but on this show, we've been talking about bearish periods of price for a long time. We got a lot to break down today. Michael Saylor, this is implosion 101 happening in real time as Strike trades at 75 right now. Absolutely. I mean, yeah, I can't wait to dive into that whole conversation today. We've got a lot to unpack there. BTC outflows continue. Seeing like the options expire tomorrow in America, $10.6 billion. Like that could be really poor. Bitcoin just holding on to this 60K level. Ultimately, I think if it loses it, we trade very much. We dump towards the downside. Now, whether Michael Saylor has to actually sell some Bitcoin, sell some Stretch, sell some Strike, whatever, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens from there. But Craig, mate, GM to you, woke up this morning to a 58, 59K Bitcoin. How does that make you feel? How are you, mate? Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, everyone. GG. Welcome to the show. It's Friday. I'm a happy man. Razuka, as Greeny said, thanks for pulling up. Moist Meat, thanks for pulling up. Chris Bungleduna, thanks for pulling up. Shout out to the Gold Coast for representing. Greeny, thanks for pulling up as well, man. Thanks for showing up, Greeny, today. Thanks, Craig, for showing up. Thanks to the viewers for showing up. Yeah, dude, woke up, went to the toilet early this morning, checked the prices you do when you go for a little wee, and I saw Bitcoin had broken below 59. I was like, ooh, here we go. Some massive dips across the board. What's up? Sun Coast Goats. Thanks for pulling up. Yeah, dude, dippy dips on Michael Saylor's enemy number one at the moment by the looks of things. Everyone hates him. Everyone loved Michael Saylor a few years ago when he was buying at the peak. And now that the price has gone down, everyone hates him by the looks of things. He's not very well liked. And there's a lot of Bitcoin bulls and Michael Saylor fans copping a hard time on the timeline because things are going very badly. So not a good time to be a Michael Saylor bull, probably.
No, definitely not. And we're going to dive deep into that this episode. So as always, if you are new, drop a follow, drop a sub. And if you're listening back on the potties as well, give us a little 5-star rating and do click follow because we're upload every single day. And we have now for 3 years. GM to everyone in the chat. Great to see you all. We'll dive straight into it, Craig. This is a big one. So we woke up this morning and strategy class action lawsuit investigation goes live. Investors can join with a single click. Rosen Law Firm has launched a webpage allowing investors who purchase strategy securities, MicroStrategy, STRF, STRC, STRK, and STRD, geez, so many, to join this prospective class action investigation with a single click. The firm is investigating whether strategy and its executives may have issued materially misleading statements to investors, regarding the company's business, Bitcoin treasury strategy, profitability, and the risks associated with leveraged Bitcoin accumulation. Now, Craig, we were talking about this in GTG this morning. I tuned into Kaleo and Choose Rich Nick's live stream this morning as well. And ultimately, basically, it is a Ponzi. It's a Ponzi. It's always been a Ponzi. No matter how it works, they don't really have a revenue-based model. So they have to basically rely on appreciation of price or shares for them to sell. Okay, so they basically buy to sell. And that's what I've always been saying throughout this whole year. Go back and watch all of our streams. I have literally said these guys have to sell, okay, to pay the dividends, to make money, to be profitable. Okay, Michael Saylor only recently came out and said that publicly and said, I won't ever sell. You should never sell Bitcoin, but my company will sell Bitcoin. Dude, that's the biggest cult LARP situation I've ever seen. And ultimately, we've finally seen a bit of a lawsuit come in here. And really good to see this morning, honestly, because honestly, I've said this for a while, Craig. I think him getting out of Bitcoin or him having to sell some portion of whatever the Ponzi scheme that he's running here, I think that's bullish for Bitcoin longer term because Bitcoin was created as the people's asset. It was created as the people's blockchain, the people's financial instrument that allows you or me or anybody out there to travel worldwide, okay, with this digital currency as a store of wealth and use it anywhere in the world, and you still have that store of wealth. What it has recently become is a leverage financial asset for these big companies, these big hedge funds, okay, these institutional wealth. I mean, Bitcoin currently 17%, I think from memory, is owned by institutions. And arguably that's just going to get worse as more governments confiscate more Bitcoin. I mean, you look at the Iran has a lot of Bitcoin. Obviously, the US has a lot of Bitcoin. It's going away from the people's asset, particularly with guys like Michael Saylor. So, Craig, how does this make you feel? Yeah, interesting times. We spoke about obviously PO a few maybe a few weeks ago about how he's just blindly bullish, and I think that's going to hurt him in the long term. I think I spoke about it yesterday. Diversification is incredibly important, no matter what you're doing. Don't ever put all your eggs in one basket. What are your thoughts, Craig, here with this whole scenario at the moment?
Yeah. It's a funny one. Yeah, I didn't really know, man. What do I think? I think it's a mess I'd rather not have to deal with. So I guess I'm saying I'd prefer him not to be in Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I think it's quite a pure instrument. It was obviously created after the financial collapse in 2008. Satoshi, whoever they are, him, her, whoever, what's up, Hugo, decided to create it after the banks got a bailout by the government and was pretty annoyed about that the taxpayers ended up getting effed by the banks and then bailed out by the taxpayers. That's a bit of a history lesson for you. So that's why Bitcoin was created, as a escape from the financial institutions that we've been enslaved by for so long, according to Satoshi anyway. And that's why I came across to Bitcoin. So I don't like the purity of Bitcoin messed with. And I'm not the biggest fan of putting a Ponzi on top of it. I think that's the opposite of what we want, because essentially for me, cash is a Ponzi, and we saw how that worked out. So I don't want to see a Ponzi type instrument built on the foundation of something that actually was kind of inherently anti-Ponzi in a way. So me personally, not the biggest fan of him doing what he's doing. No problem buying Bitcoin. Go for gold, man. Fill your pockets. Sell when you like too. But don't create a Ponzi. Don't say you won't sell and then sell. First of all, I think most people are just upset at him. The dude's allowed to sell, right? The guy can sell, but you shouldn't come out and say you won't sell and then sell. Why did he ever say don't sell? Why did he say that? Like that's disingenuous, right? And people don't forget that. So just bad optics. Yeah, not great, bro. That's my feelings, right? I don't know. I don't have an eloquent way to say it better than that, but I just think it's polluted what is quite a pure thing, and I don't like it. And you know what I think though? Bitcoin is pretty battle tested. It survived worse things than one man creating a Ponzi on it. Countries try to ban it. This is just another test, and in bear markets comes tests.
I do agree with that. Where I don't agree with that is they hold Bitcoin. That's what separates it now, is because they hold Bitcoin, it now becomes this well, what actually happens? Like, do they have to sell the stock? Do they have to sell Bitcoin? Like, how are they gonna, like, they can't, like, the only way they can they dilute the shares is how they raise more money. Like, it's crazy, right? It is a Ponzi. It's a Ponzi. I mean, Easy put a tweet out basically, if Michael Saylor / MicroStrategy gets charged for misleading or deceptive marketing based on claims made around STRC, the amount of Bitcoin held and if forced to sell, the unwind would be quite disgusting. Feels like this is very real possibility. Clemente coming in here with some fair reasoning, but legal proceedings definitely won't take years to play out. This is a totally viable lawsuit. I agree with both takes here. I agree. I think the longevity. I mean, just look at the whole the SEC with the whole Ripple cases and stuff that lasted years and years. So again, if this is going to be dragged out here, I think it's going to take a lot longer. But Craig, STRC down at $75, STRK dumping to $51, and MicroStrategy. Let me pull it up. Where's MSTR?
I see it just a bit further down. Up.
Oh, there.
Down.
That's the video. MSTR trading at new lows as well, Craig. Officially absolutely dumping to the downside here.
Might be a lesson, Greenie, in just buying Bitcoin, man.
I know, bro. I know.
People like seeing these dumps like this, like, yeah. Yeah. Good on the way up, real bad on the way down.
I was like, why does this chart look so good? I was like, it looks far worse than that. It's because I was on the long chart.
It does look
Here
all
it is. Here's the blood. There's the blood.
Yeah, that's better, right? That looks timber. And that's
So
what a
it's
Ponzi
trading-
looks like.
Exactly. It's trading all the way back to 2021's prices that it hit in the bull market. So one could still assume, well, hold on a minute, Greeny. Like, it's gone up.
Right?
It's gone
Yeah,
up,
take
bro.
it easy on the big fella, Greedy. It's a bear market, man. Everyone's suffering, even Michael. We're still above the bull market prices of 21.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? That's great. That's progress. Zoom out, everyone.
But what, honestly, a serious hat on your head now.
Yes.
How does this make you feel? How does this make you feel?
Makes me feel nothing. This makes me feel like it's another bear market news story. I've seen 1,000 of these. I don't believe this will be the end of Bitcoin. And I think if you zoom out in years to come, this is just another test for a bulletproof financial instrument called Bitcoin, which cannot be stopped. Cannot be stopped. It's a virus that's infected everything. Good luck. Can't stop it, man. They tried. Governments couldn't do it. Michael Saylor's not stopping this train, man. He might put a blip on it. He might put a dump on it. So be it.
Dude, I want it to blow up. Why? Because it's the people's asset. It's the people's asset. That's why I was created. I don't know.
We've got someone from Tweed here. What's up, CF? Sorry to go from a serious chat. It's good to see someone from Tweed here. Yeah, dude.
Kaiser, hello, long-term lurker. We'll be tuning in more often. Thanks for your hard work. Mate, a legend. Hey, great time to be tuning in the middle of a bear. I think that's a great time to be here. And CF, thanks for tuning in and commenting as well. Guys, if you are lurking in the background, send a message. Okay, send a message in the chat and we will shout you out and we'll also reply to your comments and reply to your questions.
Yeah, don't be shy. Don't be shy.
And like Rain as well. Shout out to Rain for commenting every single day on our show. Appreciate you, legend. VVV below 12 today. Again, like we've been saying, it obviously dumped and then back towards $14, but it probably it's gonna be a choppy period for a lot of assets at the moment. But yeah, I mean, yeah.
But I do appreciate what you're saying though, even though I just said what I said. I think there could be short to medium term pain caused by Michael.
How long? Give us numbers. Give us numbers.
I can't, man, because I don't know I don't know if there's going to be court cases, and that'll go on years. I don't think this will hurt Bitcoin as much as it hurts the rest of his company. I don't think Bitcoin will get hurt. There might say he sells his Bitcoin, it'll create a massive crash, and that will be the big test, right? That'll be another big test. I'm just not as probably worried about. I'm not worried about Bitcoin. On a long enough time frame. I think in 2 bull markets time, if you zoom out and ask aliens to pick where he sold, they may not even be able to pick it, man. Like, who knows? Who knows how big or bad it'll be? I just notice stories like this come around every time. And you know what people say every time? Yeah, but this time's different. But this time it's the bad one. Do you know what happened? Last time there was bad stuff too, and everyone said, no, but this is you need to take this seriously, Craig. This is the bad one. Guess what happened? Went to a new all-time high, baby. So I'm going to stay the course, man. I don't think one man like this with a flimsy Ponzi can take down Bitcoin. I just don't think so. I don't think one man can bring it down, man. I just don't think so. It could create a little bit of short-term damage, a bit of hail damage. We'll just buffer it out. I'll buy the dip. Maybe this is the reason we see the 30s due to Michael, man. Is that a blessing rather than a curse, though?
Well, I mean, if we do have a look at price action here, basically, I've got a lot. Hold on, let's go to this chart. Yeah, if you don't, I mean, let's zoom out. Let's take a logical reaction here and zoom out, get off the log chart, go back to order. Okay. So we are still only 250-ish days into this bear market, Craig. Historically, we see at least a year period of top to bottom. So we arguably still have another 120 days of this bear market left based on the last 2 cycles. We haven't even spoken about the reaccumulation ranges. Now, the reaccumulation ranges are the bottom bars where we saw 100 days here. Now, this was probably elongated due to COVID, okay? One could argue it looked like it was going to break out here in mid-2019, but it obviously got prolonged due to the COVID dip in March 2020. But ultimately, that reaccumulation phase, which was where price barely made a higher high, so it didn't break a high, okay, for 1,000 days. So that's where price was in this long-term for reaccumulation range, all right, for 1,000 days. Last cycle was a lot less. It was only 518 days, maybe because we didn't have this capitulation worldwide event of COVID. Pretty wild to think that COVID's over 6 years ago now. And we did have FTX, we had Lunar collapse, and all of that happened here. Very different scenarios. But it's still reaccumulation range was 515 days, and it looks more clear here on the weekly, where price didn't break above the 30K level until late 2023. The last time it broke above that was June 2022, so 518 days. So if we look at where we are today, arguably we still have about 125, 120 days left in this bear cycle from the top to the bottom, and we then have a reaccumulation range. Are we in the reaccumulation range, or is the reaccumulation range a little bit lower? We have a significant volume node. So if you take a volume profile from the November 2021 highs to where current price action is, what we note is we've been spending a lot of time already in the majority of this price action up here between sort of 73K and about, like where price is today, 60K. It's currently being the highest volume trade for the past couple of years. The next largest spike in the volume profile sits down at 43K. Now, for me specifically, if I look at this chart, if we lose 60K, I definitely think we trade not in the 50s, but into the 40s. I think it makes logical sense. Historically, for those volume profile traders out here, when you spend a bit of time at a significant node of volume price, as soon as you break out of that, whether it's to the upside or to the downside, usually if there's a big gap here of where not much price has been traded in, you usually go straight towards where another peak and a high volume node currently is. And the next highest volume to the downside is sitting at that 42K level. So for me, logically, it aligns with this pre-Trump inauguration, with this this pre-ETF approval, all this sort of stuff, like this big pump here. Like this is all, we've spent this time, like basically what you want to be seeing. I mean, there's so many bearish cases here on Bitcoin. Like let's turn this off and let's go up here. Okay, the fact we have lost the weekly support resistance level, the fact we have an underside retest here of the weekly support resistance level at 65.7 further proves that we probably are going to break down here. We are just holding on to these lows. If you want any form of reaccumulation here or any form of a bullish take, you want to see a big impulsive move to the upside, and you want to flip this weekly level. If you cannot flip the weekly level, if you not see a lot of buyers stepping in here at say that 60K level, I'm sorry, but we nuke all the way down to the 40s, in my opinion, and arguably spend a bit of time in this range that we have not retested for a long time. And Sexy and I in GTG yesterday were literally looking at this level here saying, this is our ultimate level, which also there aligns with the 786, Craig. And historically, Bitcoin has always traded to the 786 fib in a bear market, which is at $39,000. So I think if we cannot hold this 60K level, we absolutely nuke down into here. And that's the price capitulation event that we've been waiting for, whether it happens in the coming weeks or whether it happens over the coming months. Yeah, like it doesn't really matter for me. But then it's the time capitulation that is going to follow after that. And as we said just before, we had a 518-day reaccumulation period. We had a 1,000-day reaccumulation period. One could argue they're getting shorter and shorter over time. So perhaps we get down into this vicinity, okay, wherever it happens to be, right? And maybe we only have a 300-day sort of period where price goes sideways, right? So perhaps something like this, okay, throughout a year from here. So September 2027 is when we start to see market structure breaks on Bitcoin. Say we nuke down into here, we do something like this, okay, something like this, all right, and there we start to break out of that reaccumulation range in mid to late 2027. That would be front running what we saw in the reaccumulation range of the last two cycles, but would be right on time with this bear market dump into sort of the late Q3, Q4 of 2026. What do you think of that analysis? I think that's becoming the norm now, particularly with this Michael Saylor situation. They have to probably do something. The longer they don't do something, the worse it's going to get if price goes down. And this is the thing that Nick and Kaleo were just talking about on their stream, is they didn't really plan for a bear market. They bought and Michael Saylor has to buy peaks. He can't just like buy OTC like during dips. Apparently, I don't know why, but it might have to do with the liquidity size in which he's dealing with. And he actually has to buy into a peak rather than necessarily buying just when price is going sideways or when price is going down. But what he should have been doing is, as we've been saying for months, Greg, what he should have been doing is following market mates, because we would have told him when there's a lower high happening. And when price structure was breaking down in 2025, with the 3 drives, with bearish divergence, with weekly analysis, resistance, all that
I
sort of
try to
analysis.
tell him, Greeny. I try to
The
tell him.
monthly stochastic, Craig. So what, basically, what he should have been doing is just sitting on his bloody hands until we got down into these
And
regions
just
and then
gone
bought.
ham now. Gone ham now.
Exactly. So I think what they need to do, it's an implosion kind of waiting to happen unless Bitcoin goes up from here, which I don't think it does. So it's going to be this imploding feature until they do something. Do they sell the stock? Do they sell Bitcoin? If they sell Bitcoin, Craig, this nukes. I think it nukes. Which aligns with obviously the bear market bottom in 2022. They sold in 2022 and that nuked. But just look recently, they sold 32 Bitcoin. And then he comes out publicly and says, oh, yeah, I never said the company won't sell Bitcoin. Oh, bro, people were not happy with that. Hence the whole lawsuit right now, right? So this whole, I'm a bull for him collapsing or imploding in this next little period of time. I don't think the business comes to an end, but I think they have to do something in the short term, which is obviously therefore probably going to put pressure on Bitcoin's price. And Bitcoin already looks, without even this whole Michael Saylor situation, it looks fucking horrible here. Like it generally looks so weak here on the weekly. I mean, we haven't even turned on other indicators like the weekly stochastic, Craig. Hey, we spoke about this. It's literally coming down from the weekly stochastic. Okay, this is resistance from 2024. Came up here rejecting. Okay, it's still coming down very aggressively below $76,000. Turn on the monthly. It hasn't bottomed yet. Okay, monthly stochastic hasn't bottomed yet. Okay, let's go back to the weekly. Let's add some further. I just deleted it. Let's add some deeper analysis. Let's turn on the 12 and the 25 EMAs, which have been historically fantastic times to be considering where Bitcoin flips this. And look at this. With this period here, we were well below for a long period of time. The posturing of the 12 and the 25 EMAs was very aggressive to the downside. And it's still the same here. We had a distribution above, exactly like we saw in March 2022, and dump from there, dump from here. So I'm still waiting for this next leg down. I think it's going to come. It's just a matter of when is it going to come, unless we hold this 60K low. But I mean, even looking at structure here, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good, man. And then you add the fundamental side of obviously this whole Michael Saylor situation. I just rambled, but I gave you a lot of analysis there. What do you think? And what does chat think? Like, guys, what do you think? Like, let us know in the chat. Like, am I out to lunch, or is this the when it's consensus though? Does it normally play out? Not necessarily. So I don't know, Craig. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, look, the levels you're talking about, I've personally had mapped out for a month or two. So I had 40, I think I put a post in GTG start of June, and the range that I was looking at then was 41 to 57K. So that's the range you're kind of highlighting now. So for me personally, I kind of feel like the timeline's only catching up to the bearishness that I had months ago and the ranges that I had marked out ages ago. And when I first marked those ranges out, I put them on X as well. People said, no, we're not going that low. Especially when we were sort of sitting between 70 and 80. And I suggested we're going between 42. A real interesting range for me is that 41 to 43,000 up to about 57, somewhere in there. That range there is super interesting for me. And when I suggested we'd go to mid 40s, that could be the bottom of that range, or 41, 42, people are like, no, we're not going down so low. Now people are flipping bearish and now saying to me, now I'm seeing that is how low we're going, or we're going lower. So I'm like, it's really interesting for me. It's funny how the timeline operates emotionally, whereas the levels I've had mapped out are still the levels and nothing's changed. So for me, the chart's behaving exactly how I thought it would. I could literally throw out all the news you just said, and the chart's doing exactly what I thought. So for me, it just shows news follows price. Totally. And
always does. And I don't know how, I mean, channel viewers of us. So if you obviously watch us on YouTube or listen to our potties and all of that, like you will be aware of that. You will know that price leads first and market news often comes second. But a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people think that price reacts. I mean, sure, it reacts after news happens, but usually price will give you the sign that it's slowing down or speeding up, okay, before it actually happens, right? It'll show you it's bullish or bearish before it actually happens, and then news often comes after the fact. Few questions in there. So Crypto Pat says dead cat bounced to trick retail. That 58K was the bottom, then dropped to low 40s. Gaz Nev says dead cat bounced to 70K, or are we going to break 58K, bruh? Chris says, I agree, we go lower. Kaiser says, is it possible BTC goes below 30K, 20K, or is it impossible? I mean, nothing's impossible. I think that's the key. Nothing is impossible. I mean, you look at that big volume spike there to 28K, like that is the largest amount of time we spent all the way last bear cycle. I mean, structurally speaking, I mean, it would be quite bearish if we did start to trade quite considerably below the previous. I mean, we are below the high. That's, I mean, we have a diminishing asset here. And I think that's the key that we have to understand here as well, is if I turn off all my numbers, but if you have a look here, we have a diminishing asset. And what I mean by that is like this is the high, okay? Do we trade below the high? Not really. A little bit below the high, okay? This is the high. Are we trading below the high? A little bit here. One would assume, well, based on history, we should at least attempt to reclaim and hopefully do something like this, okay? And that would be bullish. If we trade down into here, that's unprecedented, but naturally that's going to happen because this asset becomes a larger market cap. So therefore, it requires more liquidity to push it higher than it ever has before. And it probably doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to play out. I mean, there's so many setups here as well. Like, there's potential like head and shoulders pattern as well. If this does play out, like you could argue that there's a head and shoulders playing out here as well on low time frame. So I don't know, man. For me specifically, it looks as though it wants lower. I want to see lower. I think that would be really bullish for the long term if we see lower. I think a lot of people will be trapped. A lot of people, it's all about protecting your liquidity. I've said this for years on this show. I've said, like, protecting your downside liquidity is and having invalidation is far more superior to making money and making profits when trading, Craig. I know a lot of people can't comprehend that, but the reason is because if you don't have liquidity to begin with, well, then you can't take advantage of opportunities in the future. So if you don't have, like, if you're someone that round trips something on a platform or on a meme coin or whatever it happens to be, and it comes to a great opportunity where Bitcoin's trading at $38,000, you won't be able to buy there because you don't have any money because you wasted it somewhere else. So for me specifically, it's protecting downside liquidity is always my favorite way to trade because you save yourself, I mean, in my case, 6 figures across many positions. What are your thoughts here? Pablo says, I have no liquidity. Rizuka says, I want lower. Crypto Pat says, looks more like a bear flag. I mean, we've been in bear flags all year. Yeah. All of these are bear flags. They're playing out as bear flags. Let's draw these bear flags out, okay? Let's clean this chart up. Okay. This is a bear flag. Craig, do you want any comments here?
Man, not a lot more than I've said. I just, for me personally, the chart's behaving. This bear market's actually, for me, behaved really cleanly on Bitcoin. Like those bear flags to the downside there, those ascending wedges, but we're so. I don't know if the market could have given us an easier clue on each. Like it's 100%. So, like for me personally, trading in this bear market, Bitcoin specifically, this has been easy. Like it's easy in the way that it's not moved unpredictably for me at all. It's moved 100%. Very predictably. So that's why when people ask me questions like, are you nervous about this? Are you nervous about that? It's kind of like at the moment, the chart's not really giving me a reason to be super nervous. I mean, if you're looking at past bear market pullbacks, I think the smallest pullback was 79%. That was last bear market, right? So 79% pullback would take us back to like 30-something K. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think it's diminishing returns and diminishing to the downside as well. Higher goes less, lower goes less. I think it ended up at about 38K. If you took about, you might
68% would put us at 38K.
Okay, so almost 70%. So even there, bro, is not outrageous.
No, it's not. That would be actually normal. Trending normal. It would be normal. A slightly higher move to the downside.
So this is where you and I, hopefully this makes sense now when I say this. This is why in trading, not financial advice, what I do and what Greeny does is you look at the probabilities of moves. Because I don't know where it's going to move, but what I can work out in my mind, what's the probability of it going up? What's the probability of it going down? What's the probability of it going sideways? That's what you're trying to work out, right? So it's estimations, it's calculations. Nothing's set in stone. If it was all set in stone, we'd already be retired, right? We'd be retired and no show. But that's not how it works.
I'm going to plug us here. We've been saying this for fucking months. We've been saying that this is going to happen. Bitcoin is going lower, and not many people were happy about that. Not many
when we
people
bounced to 83K. people were grave dancing on bears, going, "You bears were wrong," and I was like, "Oh my god, I can't
I
believe you're
shorted.
taking a relief rally and you're confusing that with a bull market V-shaped recovery now? No way!"
Well,
Like,
okay, 2 comments there. I shorted
yeah,
81K. I also shorted 97K. I also shorted 115K. So I've nailed it, right? As well as being stabled up since September last year. Look, I haven't made as much money this year. Nobody's really made much money this year.
no.
The second point, what was the second point you just said?
God, I don't even know what point. Well, I don't even know what
Chat,
my
what was
first point was, man.
the second point? Oh, no, no, no. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, what was the second point? It was a good one. It was a good one.
Damn,
I've lost it.
it was good too. Chat, what did I just say? How amazing was it?
I lost it. I lost it. I lost it. What
Bear
was it?
market pullbacks, behaving
Oh,
as it always
V-shaped recovery. V-shaped recovery. I
V-shaped
got it. I got it.
recovery.
Okay.
Yep.
V-shaped recoveries do not happen at a bear market low. Okay. Go and
No.
have a look. Let's study that right now. Let's study that right now. Okay. Live here on the show. Is this a V-shaped recovery right here? No. That is a rounding bottom after a reaccumulation range. All right. Let's go back. Have a look here. Is this okay? The low here, is this a V-shaped recovery? No, it's a bottom of a range after a distribution below a range. Okay, bam, let's go back and look again. Okay. Is this a V-shaped recovery? No, we dipped harder. Okay, we range bound for a bit. We went back down, swept the lows, and then we went higher. That is not a V-shaped recovery. Okay, that is a V-shaped recovery there. That is not a V-shaped recovery. Okay, it might have had a couple of V-shapes in it, but ultimately it's just still range bound. Okay, still range bound, and then you start to see that structure break. Okay, all of Bitcoin's bear markets. I mean, the one over here is like, I mean, it's the same down here, but I mean, just to prove that it is also the same way back here. It's an inferior asset, not an inferior, immature asset down here. Same again. Is this a V-shaped recovery? No, it's a rounding bottom. Okay, rounding bottom, high, low. And I mean, the reaccumulation here was just as long as well. It took a long, long time, way back in 2012, 2013. God, I wish I was buying Bitcoin then rather than partying at college. So point being, you do not get a V-shaped recovery in a bear market. You do
Not at
not
this
get a
stage of
V-shaped.
the game, guys.
No, and not in history do you get a V-shaped recovery as a bear market low.
Yeah, agreed. Gaz is going off his head here.
Good question. I can't see it. There's so many comments. Everyone knows the lower targets. We want to finalize the mini bounce to wave C of a Wyckoff on the 3-day. I mean, like, I don't know Wyckoff specifically. I don't trade with Wyckoff, but I mean, Sexy was saying yesterday, and he's an Elliott Wave trader, absolute goat. I mean, if you want to learn Elliott Waves, join GTG. Links in the description. It's a trading group that Craig and I are both in. And Sexy, one of the other GOAT traders from Sweden, he literally he gave me and Nigma, one of the other traders in the community, obviously a few members in the community, an hour-long educational piece on Elliott Waves and why no matter where we are currently with price, every scenario still is bearish. No matter whether it's an XYZ or an ABC or a 5-wave correction or a 3-wave correction, no matter what, it was always bearish. So for me specifically, Wyckoff, I don't know. I mean, I want to expand my knowledge in trading to other realms and that sort of stuff, but I can't comment on that. So I can't say yes or no specifically on that. But look, for me, he says, Gasnev says no, but a double bottom may precede a relief rally into July. Do you mean this is a double bottom? Because this doesn't look like, I mean, maybe you could say it's a double bottom, but okay, if we structurally look at price here, I always just come back to this. Okay. I come back to this. If we are bullish here, we need to reclaim the weekly level. That is the weekly level here. And we need to reclaim that. Okay. We've had a sweep of that low. We've now had a sweep of this low. Okay. Price is still holding it, but we want to see impulsing coming in here. You want to see price coming in here. You want to see buyers stepping in. You want to see volume expanding. And you probably want to see, seller volume. It's not buyers stepping in here. That's the thing. I mean, I'd have to go to the Delta and have a look, but I don't even have that. I'll try. I can't remember what the website is that I use. I'll have to find it. But anyways, where is it? No, I can't find it. I'll have to find it shortly when Craig's speaking. But basically, you want to see buyers stepping in here. We wicked down, but we've wicked down again. That doesn't look good. And it really depends on the next. I mean, the daily close, if we daily close below the Feb lows as well, still maintains bearish structure. There is a chance. Don't get me wrong. There is a chance. I mean, is this bullish divergence? Not really. Not yet. Could be, but not yet. So, dude, I'm still so bearish, man. Like, there is weekly potential bullish divergence for me, and I've said that for a while. There are scenarios where I say the bottom is close, but I don't think it's happening just yet. But this structure, you can't confirm that this is a bullish divergence just yet because it could break structure. I mean, you just got to come back, and as I said before, the weekly momentum is down below 76K, and it's still at the 45th percentile. This has a long way to go on the momentum indicator. Okay, let's look at the 5-day. 5-day hasn't bottomed yet. 3-day. Possibly looking for a bottom above 61.7. Okay. Look, daily. See, I don't know, man. My preference still remains down. Daily coming down as well at the 35th percentile below 63K. So my preference still remains unless you see reclaim of this level, strength come in here, reclaim the weekly. Then, and again, hindsight's not going to give you that. Then I still have to be bearish here for me. I still have to be bearish here. And I think the more you zoom out, the more it becomes so apparent that we are so bearish here. Like the weekly trends coming down. I mean, let's turn on the higher time frame as well. We got the 100, the 200, the 300. Let's turn on the 355 or the 355 EMAs as well. And look where they are. Okay, we're trading at the 300 weekly EMA. Like that, historically, we do trade below the 300 weekly EMA in a bear market. Okay, we have traded, as you can see below there, in that bear market. So it's oh, I just deleted it. Oh, goodness me. Clicking too many things. Let me bring it back. There it is. We don't often trade below it. And previously in this cycle here, we didn't trade below the 300 and 55. We traded into the 300 EMA, but not the 355. But last cycle, we went below all of it due to the FTX collapse and everything. So look, we are like, don't get me wrong, we're at a discount value for Bitcoin. But when you add the fundamentals of Michael Saylor, you add all of this other leverage that's still in the ecosystem. You look at on-chain statistics, like on-chain stats, like we've looked at that as well. Like the Z score, it's still not in a discount premium zone. Okay, supply capitulation. I shared a capitulation event. Like, look at this. Like we still aren't in a Z score below 0. We're at 0.25, so we still have room here. I'll try and find the. Where's my quant that I follow? I'll try and find him. We still we haven't had a capitulation event yet. We haven't had a capitulation event yet. Any comments, Craig? Any comments?
No, man. I just think all of those things you just brought up, points to lower for longer. I think we've got months and months left of discounted prices. So the good news is,
it's not going to.
Everything's going to be on sale for quite some time, guys. So you've got time to buy. You don't have to rush to the store to buy. You can take your time, just enjoy the sightseeing, and you'll get a good price. You don't have to rush and get it.
The other thing too, the US dollar is expanding. The US dollar is expanding. So, when you consider that as well, like for me specifically, it's like if the US dollar is expanding, here it is. So this is market capitulation. We usually have a massive spike in market capitulation, okay? And we haven't seen that yet. We haven't had much capitulation here. As much as people want to say, oh yeah, it's a bear market, we've had a bear market. Well, no, we're still 120 days short of where we normally are. We haven't had capitulation yet in terms of price. We definitely haven't had time capitulation. So again, you look at on-chain statistics and all of that. Like again, as I say, I'm not just a superficial analyst. Like I spend time diving deep into this idea. Sexy, mate, welcome to the show. It's been too long since you've been on the show, mate. Welcome. I just spoke about you before. I don't know if you heard that segment. Welcome to the show. Good to see you. We're just talking about Sexy. Can you write a quick reply about the Elliott waves and still how we still could very much all scenarios point towards further downside pressure? If the cheeks, hold on. Gaznev, what the daily double bottom invalidated? Yeah, I would say too. It depends on the close in the 10 minutes. Is the arse cheek on the right on the bottom cheek? I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know what you mean by that. The old diamond reversal pattern gonna catch all the retail off guard. Yeah, I agree. I think you never see a capitulation event as it takes time. It takes time. It's not a V-shaped recovery. I think that's really important to say. Are you looking at price chart or something else there, Gaznev? What's a cheek pattern? I agree. I don't know what a cheek pattern is too. I know. I mean, I said we were in a bear since September last year. So Yeah, look, we could bounce, but if we were going to bounce here on Bitcoin, we should have bounced up here back to 70K in the recent sweep. This sweep at 60K, even if in the recent sweep just the past 2 days, we should have bounced back towards these higher time frame levels over the past week. If we were bullish, we should have bounced back up into here. I mean, we have so many imbalances here. Okay, an FVG literally sitting up here with this higher time frame moving average as well. So I don't know, man. I think we could see some unprecedented things. Okay. I think we could see some unprecedented things.
Lower, much lower.
I don't think it's a double bottom. And you just said it's invalidated. Like if I turn off moving averages, that's like if you want to call it a double bottom, price needs to probably reclaim this daily level.
Yeah.
Which is 60.8 in the next 8 minutes.
Yeah. It needs to take it now. No, I think we go lower before we reclaim those higher prices. I'm favoring lower now. I don't even think we need to go up and grab that liquidity.
And like momentum on dailies down, weekly down, monthly down. I mean, we will I'm excited for the end of June, guys, because we finally get a 2-month close, 2-month and a 3-month close. I mean, this is the other side of things too. Zoom out and let's have a look. Okay. Here's the 2-month. Look at where the pivot is on the 2-month Bitcoin chart, Craig. $116,000. That means if price is below 116,000, this has pressure to the downside on the bi-monthly. Let's go to the 3-monthly.
Yeah.
3-monthly coming down as well, below 100K. We have a gap here. We have a gap here on the 3-month sitting at $46,000. I think that's a reasonable level for us to hit. 6 months. We get a 6-month close in a few weeks' time. 6-month close will cross bearish for the first time this bear cycle, below $71,000. Historically, as you can see here, we usually have only 2 big dumps to the downside. If I just remove this, we have 2 big 6-month candles to the downside, and usually we have the 3rd month, okay, of the bear market and that's it. So in the next 5 days, are we going to see price then trade higher at the end of the year? I could argue yes. And that's the thing I want to comment on here, Craig, too, is the 6 months, we could trade lower, but basically 6 months could close higher at the end of the year compared to June.
Yeah. Yep. By the end of the year. Yeah. I reckon.
So just to summarize that in a more plain English sense, in the next 6 months after June, you could go down in value and hit new lows, but close above where the 6-month closed, which will be maybe around 50K, 60K.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that's probably what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Whether it happens or not, I don't know, but that's sort of what I'm aiming for.
I'm sorry, but what is this? This is descending cheek channel. I don't know what cheek.
I think.
Yeah, are you taking the plastic surgery, bro? You need some plastic
head and
surgery.
Shoulders and cheek to cheek or something. I don't know.
I'm so confused.
It's filling the candle. Gaz is having a great Friday. Gaz, how many coffees have you had? You need to get on the show, man. You're talking more than Greeny. Jesus.
Yeah, dude, crazy. Late GM, good to see you. Sophisticated Corgi.
Thanks, Sexy. Always good to have him. So everyone, Sexy's just joined us in the chat. That's who Greeny was referring to from GTG.
Yeah, all of the, I mean, it's horrible to bring this up on stream, but like, because it overlays the chart. But Sexy's comment says, yeah, all of the Elliott wave scenarios from mid to higher time frame point towards lower. And once again, it's still too early for time perspectives. Just like how Craig has been pointing out, we have these 3 wave structures. Yeah, bearish flag type structures. I mean, open the daily. Bro, we looked at the daily just before. I said there's pressure to the downside below $63,000, homie. I just said that. What do you want?
Hey, Gaz, what's your buy price, brother? What are you buying at? Might as well get his mindset here. Where are you buying, man?
Yeah. Anyway, we need to do our FOMO. We need to do our FOMO segment shortly too. Guys, if you are new here, drop a sub. It's literally free down below. Obviously, if you're on YouTube, if you're somewhere new as well on other platforms, drop a follow. It's also free. We're live every day. We've literally said for the last 7 months, 8, 9 months, we will be in a bear market, and it's playing out exactly as we assumed. So Sexy says, all right, game starting. You guys have a great one. Japan versus Sweden still 0-0.
Let's go.
Good luck.
Sexy Swedish, yeah?
Yeah.
Is he Swedish? Okay, yeah. So let's go Sweden. Let's go. Oh, by the way, guys, bit of sports news. South Africa won 1-0 yesterday.
Oh,
The
Germany,
football,
Ecuador beat Germany as well. That's huge.
bro,
Yeah,
first time in 16 years South Africa's advanced. Actually, this might be the first time ever South Africa's advanced to the next stage. So, if people that don't know, that's my home country. That's where I was born. The accent's a bit different. I went to New Zealand for high school, but I still support them because they're the underdogs. So they beat South Korea yesterday 1-0, which was, dude, I was in my lounge going, let's go. Anyway, enough about sport. Bitcoin's going lower, guys. Sorry for the bad news, but
so you are short from 65K. Yeah, okay. Now I get what you're saying. Yeah, no, GG's great trade. I think that's a great trade if you are. It's a lower high here. What's my dog? Does he want to leave? Yeah, so I mean, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, this daily candle doesn't look good, weekly candle doesn't look good. We'll just have to wait and see. But anyways, 53% of all Bitcoin, Craig, currently in circulation is now held at an unrealized loss. Pretty crazy to think about. We also saw a tremendous dump in all markets this morning at about what time was this? Yeah, 1 a.m. in the morning. Craig, I woke up at 1:30 in the morning. I don't know why. I think I need to go to the bathroom or something. Anyways, and of course, as you do, I checked prices and I had a look, and Bitcoin's at 58K. I was like, oh my God, what happened? And then I was like, well, I got to go back to sleep. I assume he wants to go. Sorry.
yeah, bro. No, you're good. Yeah, big dump across the board. Even equities copping it now, guys. So as I said yesterday, welcome to the bear market for equities. Possibly, like I said, though, it might be a bit too early to call, but we are now finally getting. Finally, is probably the wrong word. I'm probably grave dancing a bit there, but we're now seeing them perhaps show a bit of weakness finally. So, don't know. We'll obviously, if you're tuning in, we'll follow this day by day. We're obviously here Sunday to Thursday or Monday to Friday for the Australians in the room. We'll keep an eye on this, but it looks like maybe they're starting to roll over now, Greeny. Maybe. And you're probably saying, oh, if you're in Bitcoin, why should I care? Perhaps equity selling off could put pressure on Bitcoin.
Yeah.
We're kind of yet to see. So as we spoke about yesterday, really interested to see how Bitcoin responds to this. And I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer, but I don't know if I see a world where equities sell off and crypto pumps because they rotate. I know that's one thing people have spoken about. There's not many people saying that right now, though. I think everyone's very bearish now. I would say the last of the bulls are done. This feels close to capitulation now for me.
Yeah, so I would agree with that. I'd agree with that.
Sentiment feels like capitulation now. So I think we're there now. Oh, the thing is, capitulation can go for a while. So it's not like once we touch it, we're out of the woods. We can sit there for months.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But if you wanted cheap prices, it doesn't have to all be bad. This news, I mean, if you've got capital on the sideline, if you've got cash or stables, you should be loving this price action.
Yeah, there'll be lots of opportunities later this year. Yeah.
So this is why you take profit, guys. For moments like this, you got to have dry powder on the side to take advantage. Because if you don't have any stables, you don't have cash, what can you do? You can't do anything. That's the problem. That's why you've got to take profit, not financial advice. In my experience, taking profits at the top lets you now look at these prices at a discount and go, oh, this is great, versus holding going, oh, no. Obviously, if your time horizon's a decade or two, then you're like, well, this is just part of the process. I understand that. But if you're an active trader, then this sort of stuff can be exciting or it can be heartbreaking depending on how you structured your portfolio, which is why Greeny and I have said for quite some time, going back to the top last year, we were like, we're starting to stay below for these times now, So taking profit does more than just help you in that moment when you take it. It helps to balance you in times like this, because now you can look at this as opportunity versus I'm ruined. So yeah, glad I took profit, bro. I'm sure you are too.
Yeah, absolutely. I think
keeps you sane.
Well, yeah, it's why you got to have invalidations. It's why you got to have invalidation, why you got to have a profit plan. No matter the trade that you take, you need to have a plan before you get in it. And if you don't have a plan, well, then you shouldn't be trading. That's gambling. And you should probably have a framework. And if you need a framework, join us in GTG. The link is down below. That's our trading community. GM to everyone, good to see you. Rocco, good to see you in the chat as well. Today's sponsored segment by FOMO. You can sign up down below, guys. You can trade literally perps the platform app, depending on your geolocation. You could obviously now trade AI meme coins and everything as well. Look, I took a little bit of a loss on one of my trades overnight on Pumpcade. There was a really strong announcement. They're about to launch World Cup slash prediction markets on that platform, being one of the fastest prediction market platforms for a while. But obviously, I didn't expect Bitcoin to dump at the same time. So for me specifically, I lost 1.5 overnight. It is what it is. You're trading in a bear market. It's always probably going to be more difficult. I still think that token, we've spoken about it earlier in the week, Craig. I think that
Did you sell your Pumpcade?
yeah, I have. I just de-risked. Yeah.
Yeah. I looked to actually enter before. I was tempted. It had a nice little dip.
Yeah, we can talk about that after this one. I mean, for me specifically, why? No, we'll talk about that after. We'll talk about this one. But anyways, Triple T, I know this is one that J Dude has been talking about inside the GTG community for a while as well. He's a bull in the. I mean, J Dude, Nigma, shout out to those two guys. They're very, very well versed in the low AI trenches, in the meme coin trenches. They're so good to have in the GTD community as educators because it keeps me accountable down in the lower sector of the market. But Triple T is the trade we're going to be looking at today. Logjam, one of the largest, for lack of a better term, traders or calls. Obviously, World Soul is another one who's a large follower on the platform. Up 6 figures on Triple T. If we have a look at this, as you can see, he's been he was scaling between 1.6 and 1.8, and then also sent some over the past few days, but is up over 6 figures on this position, up 380%. But Craig, this seems to be the meta. We spoke about it. We're going to have Thakani on the show in a couple of weeks' time as well, one of the top FOMO traders as well. So it'd be good to talk to him about his strategies, about how he goes about navigating this. But it's about sizing into plays, and that's what Pingu said last week as well. It's about sizing into plays, and from there, taking profit and doing it again, not trying to chase the 5, 10x's, the 100x plays. It's actually about finding a good chart, sizing into the thesis of the trade, and then walking away profitable after that, after it obviously plays out to the upside. So Triple T playing out to the upside here. Again, I haven't looked into this one specifically, Craig. Have you looked into this one? If I pull it up, AI created me. Humans gave me a soul, Triple T. So I don't know if it's like a meme-based I assume this is a meme-based. Yeah, it looks pretty meme-based to me rather than actual AI tech. But I assume it was an AI created this meme. But really cool to see, up at 8.2 million after a little bit of a breakout, pulled all the way back to 4 million, but has pumped over the sort of past 3 months or so. So it's been a patient hold for a lot of these traders, Craig. And I think that's where I lack it. I need to find some stuff early and just sit on some of these trades for a few months, because just
let it run up and talk.
That's bear market conditions. Yeah. So as always, you can read through traders' thesis on the platform. As always, nothing on the show is financial advice. Please always do your own research. People talking on here, as always, have thousands of people following them as well. So be very careful when you're trading. But it's really cool, and I love this platform. The fact you can trade in and out of positions with USD is amazing. And obviously, you can see people's thesis is over on the right on the FOMO app as well. And I just did a tutorial where they have launched perps on their FOMO mobile app. So if you are keen to check that out, and obviously you're based in a country that allows that, head to my YouTube, Greeny Trades, and you can watch that tutorial right now as well. Any comments from you, Craig, on this one specifically?
No, but my son's a big fan of Brain Rot, which is the game that character comes from. So
there you go. Another TikTok. That's maybe, see, it's so hard for us. I feel I'm young. I'm 31. But
you won't have these come across your screen, man. The kids the kids are seeing this miles before any of us. My son was talking about this for so long, dude. They were kids at school were singing the songs for this, bro. These songs and shit. Crazy. Yeah, this is quite a good trade. I mean, the character alone's pretty big. I'm guessing on TikTok and stuff, this is massive.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's kids singing. It's another language, bro, the song. It's not even English. And they know it off by heart. And there's several songs. There's tens of them. And they just say this gibberish song. So it's infiltrated the minds of 5 to 12-year-olds. Interesting that it translates across to crypto and investing and shit. It's like, what? I need to plug my son in, bro, to FOMO. I need to say to my son every morning.
You actually should. Yeah, hey, bro. Like, hey, what's trending right now?
Hot right now? Like with the kids, I've started to ask him now. I'm like, is this hot right now? And he'd be like, Dad, like, it's so funny having a younger son, because obviously you think your dad's a total dork, which I am. But yeah, I should give him the FOMO app in the morning and go, right, son, what's trending on this right now? What ones do you know? Yeah. And then just Yeah, maybe you know what? Maybe I should do a challenge. This might be quite funny for FOMO. Maybe I should do a Craig versus son FOMO challenge. And I'll
Definitely, bro.
try and have a thesis and invest, and then I'll just have my son who just goes off pure TikTok like virality and see who comes out. Give each of us $100 and see if a trader can outperform someone who just knows virality
Yeah.
but no charts.
I mean, that's alpha, bro. Like that it makes a lot of sense for sure.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, kids, bro. The kids, like we were speaking to obviously the FOMO guys before our thing, and yeah, if you're a young person trading now, you've got a massive advantage in these sorts of trenches versus someone like me. Like
100%.
I'm just not on those platforms enough, so I just don't see the stuff quick enough. No, and even if I see it, it's hard to understand the cultural relevance.
Mhm.
Whereas for them, they're like, no, this makes sense. I'm like, what? This character's stupid. What the hell? What are you kids doing? Brain rot, bro. The name says it all.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's quite crazy to think
I was
about.
watching Ninja Turtles and he's busy singing in another gibberish language.
Well, but it's a great example of trading attention and
Yeah.
trading like, and that's where the market is heading. Like, no matter what it is, it's about trading attention.
It's pretty cool though.
Um,
If you could just be a kid at home, say you even not a kid, okay, say you're in high school, you probably shouldn't be giving kids the FOMO wallet necessarily
no,
if they're
no,
like
no, no.
10 years old. I might, but then I'm the parent guy, so it'll be my money anyway.
Yeah.
But imagine being in high school and you're pretty tapped into TikTok and all this. You would probably outtrade me, like
Oh, you probably
quite
would, bro.
easily, quite easily.
Yeah.
Like, what an advantage. I'm not saying go and do that. I'm envious, I guess I'm saying.
Mhm.
It's hard to get my mind in the same mindset as they are. Like,
Mhm.
anyway, yeah, this is you. You're younger than me, Greeny. You got to pull up all these brain rot stuff,
No,
man.
I mean, it seems like, yeah, it seems like I need to lock in here, chat,
Yeah.
and try and figure all of this stuff out because ultimately I seem to be,
Bro,
missing out on.
could you bring up the Kins chart quickly? This is more just a
Yeah,
personal interest thing for me.
yeah, we can bring up the Kins chart.
Because
Down to
just we
9
spoke about
million.
this.
Yeah, it's breaking down, bro. It's breaking down as
Oh,
we
this is what
thought it would be.
happens.
You
Yeah,
lose
I was
momentum.
so close to going in onto the entering the dip on this. I almost did it, and
It's it's so
I
hard
just
in
got
the bear.
edgy. Yeah,
Yeah, it's so
I,
hard
I,
in the
I get
bear, bro.
real gun shy at the moment, chat. Yeah, and then Bitcoin breaks down. I'm like, thank God I didn't. But admittedly, you could. I mean, look, I'm saying thank God I didn't, but there was so opportunity to make good money then. I didn't. So
Yeah,
everything is so time sensitive with memes. So you can be right for one moment and wrong. You could be very wrong an hour later.
yeah.
So I'm definitely not calling out Kins here. Absolutely not. This went on an
No, no,
absolute
no, no.
berserk pump. But on a
Yeah, well,
pump
I mean,
like that, yeah, can happen. What are your
but that
thoughts? Is this over or we're gonna?
no, I don't think it's over. I think the game's still thriving. I think it's gonna continue to do well, but I think the market's showing you, and, like, that's it. If Bitcoin dumps, everything suffers. Like, there's not much that can outperform Bitcoin consistently if it's dumping to the
Yeah.
downside, and that's why I just sold my pump K. So took a loss. I mean, it was really trending nicely. Higher lows here, high highs. And we had the announcement this morning. They're launching the World Cup platform. Prediction markets solved within a couple minutes, which is pretty nuts.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I woke up to Bitcoin dumping, going, well, hold on a minute. Like, that's not good environments to be holding altcoins or meme coins or AI tokens or all this sort of stuff. And it's broken low time frame structure here. We now have a lower high. We now have lower lows. So I was like, you know what? I need to protect, again, like we spoke about it earlier in the show. I need to protect downside liquidity. Now it's a very different trade. If I was in this, oh my gosh, thank you. If I was in this down here, very
Yeah.
different trade. Very different trade. I would probably be holding. Okay. My
You just
invalidation would
ride out
still be
that potential bounce, wouldn't
exactly.
you? Yeah.
My invalidation would sit below here. But because I bought into this bounce here, into this rally, and I scaled in here, I was hoping for a continuation higher, but we didn't get that. Okay, now we're doing this. So I cut because there's probably trades back down here, and I mean, and that's the thing. I have an invalidation. I stick to my invalidation. If it does something like this, so be it. I'm already on to the next opportunity, and
Yep.
maybe I'll get back in. But that's how I like to trade, and it's a lesson I've learned over the long time.
Will you still be watching this for an entry? Say we come
Yeah,
back
okay.
down to that
Yeah,
5,
absolutely. I think
10 mil?
yeah, if they talk about what they're like aiming to build, I want to keep this on my radar. The you just can't ignore this bag, this one here. You just
This
can't like
monster, eh? This
this
monster in the room.
monster. So we had a daily close. Daily
Goblin,
close
eh? God.
It's the daily close in the middle of nowhere, really. So, dude, I don't know.
Oh,
It
yeah, we had a
doesn't
daily close.
doesn't look good, bro. Doesn't look good.
Yeah, not good for your risk on assets, is it, at the moment? All of
No.
them. And this is what I try and explain to people because and I was saying this the other day, there's real importance in understanding how Bitcoin moves to help you trade everything else. So even if you trade everything else, having a general idea of Bitcoin and its movements would probably be advantageous. Like
Yeah.
I know people probably like, I trade meme coins, I trade altcoins, Bitcoin meh. You should probably still have an appreciation for Bitcoin because this is your driver. And if this
Yeah.
is done, you're hard pressed to be in a meme coin that goes up. Like
Yeah.
you really are. You might get an outlier that outperforms for a moment, but it's probably going to come down shortly, probably the next day. Not financial advice again. Everything we say, it's my opinion. Doesn't always come out. It doesn't always work. But certainly, I agree with you. You had a semi decent amount of money in there. So I can see why you went, no, I'm not writing this out with 12
Oh,
grand.
yeah. No, I had 7.5 grand. I lost 1.5 already. I was like, "Nah, cut." Like, cut. Yeah.
Like I've got 400, 500 on Testicle. For me, that amount of money, I'm kind of like, I'll let it ride. But if I had 12 grand, no, nah,
Mhm.
fuck no. Like, I still think I like Pumpcade. I'm like you. I'm actually looking for an entry. I said the wrong number before. I'm thinking, are we allowed to say entries, Greenie? That I'm eyeing up?
I think just general speaking, probably not entries,
Yeah.
exits, and stuff. No, but like
Yeah, cool.
like just talk general in nature. Like if it pulls back a bit and Bitcoin starts to show me a bottom, yeah, I'm probably interested in a lot of tokens. Like that's the thing.
But for the viewers out there, what would you be looking for Bitcoin to do to make you confident to re-enter some memes? What do you want to see Bitcoin do?
Dude, I don't know. That's a really good question. I'd actually want to see as D's who was the commenter earlier in the chat?
Gaz.
Yeah, as Gaz,
Cheeks.
yeah, Gaz Nev said earlier, what I would like to see is see this reclaim here and then pump up to here and then reclaim. If I see even a trending move here, even though it's probably still bearish from an Elliott wave count perspective, I like if this holds this region or we trade up, then that allows things to run a bit easier. If it flips the weekly level, oh my god, yes. But you are a little bit late, but that's fine. I'd rather wait for strength to then trade a little bit more actively. Or we see a cascading dump to the downside towards some of these targets, and then I just buy the dip of things that I really like, and I just sit on them for a long period of time.
Yeah, agreed.
Like that's the secret. I mean, I've got Bitcoin orders ready to rumble down to 38K. So like I want it. I want it to dump. I think we've been in this range now for a long period of time. I think it's time. Like if you look at structure, like
You're getting me
historically,
excited, Greenie. You're saying all the right words. It's time.
it does.
Yes.
It does. Like, I mean, you've got to remember, like this, that's price, not time. Like we trade sideways for a bit, so 73 days, and then the dump literally happened over a 8-day period. Okay, we trade sideways for a long period of time. Okay, 97 days. Let's do it. I mean, we'll do it like this, so it's a bit easier to see. And then you dump really aggressively for a 20-day period. Okay, so it's all relative, right? Like a smaller consolidation period, a smaller dump. Okay, longer period. Okay, a longer dump. Similar again. Okay, we've now consolidated here for a little bit of time, 21 days. Does that mean now going on relatively? It's about what? It's about 10 to 20%. So 10 to 20% of this is like, okay, well, over the next few days, like, are we just gonna absolutely shit the bed? Like that's would follow structure. I mean, let's have a look on the daily with the 12 and 25 EMAs as well. Let's turn those on because they're always fantastic to use. What colors work best? Yellow, and we'll go red. Okay. So 12 and maybe not red, not with my colors there. We'll go blue. Okay. So we have a look here. We are still below. Like this is the thing. Not only the weekly 21 and 12 EMAs, but we're below the daily 12 and 21 EMAs. So like pressure. Just dump it, please. Just dump it.
Just rip the band-aid off Bitcoin. God, I've been patient. It is nice to see this finally happen though, because I've been saying this for so long, and chat must have been like, "Whatever, Craig, you're off your head. We're not going below 59." Not saying I'm right yet, but it looks like it. Yeah. This third tap to 59 for me was the one. It's like the ice is going to break now, man. Like 3 taps to there, I'm like, yeah. And with daily exchange volume just being pathetic, bro. Like
No one's interested, man.
no one's buying. The only people creating volume are the sellers. Search terms across the board are just non-existent. Retail are not looking into us, guys. Retail are not here. Which is historically not a bad time to buy. I'm not saying buy here. I'm just saying historically in time could be. But it all comes down to your time horizon, though. If it's your time horizon's 3 months, these entries probably aren't great. If your time horizon's 3-4 years, probably not bad actually. That's what I'm doing. I'm thinking my time horizon's about 3 years for the next top. But no, I still want lower. I know everyone's sick of hearing that. And guess what, guys? I think we're finally going to get it. So I get to stop saying I want lower soon, and I now get to say I'm getting lower. How good? How good? No, I'm like you. I'm glad this move's happening. I've wanted this to happen for ages, bro. Just get it done. Just do it. Just do it. Let's just break down.
Just do it.
Just do it. Give me that channel. Give me that range, that 42 to 57 range, and I'll just buy the bottom. Buy the bottom. Can't wait to swing this bad boy, brother. And as Chris said, learn Bitcoin first. I just think it's important. If you learn Bitcoin, or I sort of feel everything else will make sense from there. If you don't learn what the main driver is, and you know what's interesting? Once you find Bitcoin and you learn about Bitcoin, then you look up again, don't you? And you start looking at metals and equities and things like that. So it's almost a never-ending journey. And then you look at real estate above that. So there's layers to this, guys. There's layers, and I'm still finding my way through this journey as well with you guys. So I'm glad you guys are tuning in with us. It's been a big show, Greeny.
No, I've got more to cover, Craig.
Do you?
Yeah,
what do you want to cover now?
So much, bro. We got so much to cover, and we've been going. Hey, chat. We've been going for a long time. We've been doing multi-hour episodes on this. So if you appreciate that, let us know in the comments. Let us know in the chat. Let us know in the feedback on the podcast as well. If you prefer the longer shows, comment so we know. Because one person did comment on my YouTube and said, "Greeny, love that. Hey, like, don't stop the longer shows." So
is that right?
If you guys appreciate it, we will keep running the show for maybe that 60 to 120 minutes. It takes a lot of us, it takes a lot out of us, as you can tell. I can't even speak. But if you guys want it, then that's fine by me. And it's a bear market. We're here together.
We're here to serve, Greeny. We're here to serve. We're here to serve mankind.
Yeah, exactly. I sort of another thing I need to talk to you about. But
yes.
this one. Stock market leverage in Asia is beginning to crack, Craig. So obviously we saw the Korean market dump earlier in the week. Stock trade defaults reported by security firms in Taiwan rose to 62 million so far in June. The highest monthly total since data began in 2019. So look, again, leverage, we keep using this word. All of this leverage that's in the ecosystem, everything is held up by a minority of stocks. Woo! Are we going to see a big dumpola later this year? I don't know. Okay, well, chat says the more the better. Rookie says, Kaiser says longer shows equals more knowledge. That's great. Well, guys, please smash the like, smash the sub, share it with your friends, share it with your family, repost it if you're on Twitter. Okay.
Share this with your nearest and dearest.
Comment, throw the chat, just comment, be active, because that helps us know, but it also helps the people that we partner with know as well that you guys are tuning in. Right? Yeah. I love the early shows.
He means the long shows.
Oh, do you mean the long shows? Okay.
I love the early shows. I was like, what the hell?
No, well, Craig and I, so Rizuka, it's funny. I mean, I just actually changed the layout, put the FOMO up a little bit higher, because that was some good
feedback. You did too. Yeah, nice one.
Which I like. I mean, that sits well. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. It sits up beside us. It works.
No, that looks pretty.
We might need it. We're trying to configure. We currently run our stream via Restream, which is like StreamYard, just a platform that sends it out to all these platforms that we stream on across Twitch and Kick and Twitter and YouTube, across all the channels. But there's very limited with, there's a reason this is this isn't the ideal setup. Like for me specifically, I'd love to have a better setup like this, which is what we're working with FOMO. And if you look at Easy Stream and Nick Stream, they have really nice setups more recently, but they're running it through OBS. Now that's an app, they have a team. They have millions of dollars probably in the bank. And no, I don't know. I'm just
trillions.
They have trillions in the bank from their Bodogo's mint, because it was thousands of dollars to mint one Bodogo. Just kidding. It was $100 in the middle of the bear market. But the point being, they have a team that can do this for them. We are two just people creators just trying to make it in this world. We don't have a team. I would love to have a producer. I'd love to have an editor. I'd love to have a clipper.
I would kill.
But we don't have the money. We don't have the money.
Yeah, help me. We've got to do
Help
this
me,
all
help you.
ourselves,
No,
chat.
no, no. Help me, help us, help you. That's the
Yes.
secret. It would be way better, obviously. So I mean, yeah, if you have a bit of editing experience or clipping experience or like OBS experience, please, my DM's always open. And yeah, look, I will shout you out. I'll probably give you a bit of cash if you do help us out, like seriously. But yeah,
Grow
that's the
with
future.
us, Greeny. Grow with us.
Exactly, growing the market mates team. Like
Yes.
we are in. There's talks of what we want to build a little community, and start having a little bit more of an active community outside of the streams. We just haven't quite got there yet because I mean the cash flow does. I mean, can I give you reference? I earn $1 per stream on YouTube. Craig doesn't even earn money from YouTube streams. Okay, X pays me, I don't know, 200 or $300 a fortnight. Craig, how much do you get a fortnight from X?
Yeah,
100
about
bucks.
150.
Yeah.
100 to
So
150 in there.
that means altogether I'm earning like $500 a month. No, less. Like it'd be like $400 a month from tweeting and from posting live streams every day. So
Pays for the power.
it's tough, mate. That's why we need like that's a shout out to FOMO and hopefully
Yeah.
some other partners in the future. Like it's as much as they have KPIs that they want us to hit as well. It's like it helps us then better the show, better the performance, and hopefully outreach more people as well. So
Absolutely. No, big shout out to FOMO for partnering
Yeah,
with us, especially in a bear market, especially in a bear. Partners are easy to find in a bull, in a bear market, a lot trickier. And as on top of that, to find a good partner. That's the other thing. Plenty of messages from crap partners going, yeah, actually, I won't even go into it, but yeah, join up.
Get on FOMO. Get on FOMO. You can trade everything on FOMO. Literally, it's sick. I think this is where the world's heading. I think everyone's going to be trading on a platform.
Everyone wants
like that.
to bet, gamble on everything. So you need to have a platform that's everything, and it needs to be USD, not Solana or Ethereum or Base or like what.
Well, Base went down. That's other news that we probably wasn't even going to speak about. It went down for 6 hours overnight, Craig, which is pretty crazy.
Okay, pulling a Solana, eh?
Yeah, pulling a Solana in the middle of a bear. Ooh, people are not going to be happy about that. This one, Craig. Will crypto market crash deeper as 1 billion in Bitcoin, ETH, XRP liquidated ahead of PCE data? The crypto market liquidation surpassed $1 billion today. This article was written, updated 9 hours ago. In addition, a $10 billion Bitcoin options expiry as of Friday in America, and MSTR stock crash also weighted on the market. Traders are now waiting PCE inflation data, which could hint if the Fed could turn dovish or stay hawkish in the future. Meanwhile, 59K level remains a key support. I don't know about that. It's very bullish. Key support level for Bitcoin to stage a recovery. Craig, PCE data. Let me see. I'll try and bring it up, guys. Let me just go to Google because Brave is horrendous. And PCE investing. What are your thoughts here? What are your thoughts?
I'm trying to look up what PCE data even means, man.
PCE data is someone PC producer. What's PCE stand for?
That's what I was trying. Yeah, just so I could sound like I know what I'm talking about. I'm like, I haven't even heard that before.
Personal consumption expenditure. So it is the US Fed Reserve's primary metric to measure inflation. It tracks the average real-world change in prices for everyday goods and services consumed by households. Well, me. In Australia, that's got to be booming because it is ridiculous how much money we spend at the moment.
Oh, man.
So we're seeing an increase here, Craig. I mean, the trend is your friend, and the trend is moving to the upside here. We have the next, today. I assume today. Wait, what time? 25th. Latest reset. Oh, no, it came out. Wait, it did come out. No, it hasn't come out. No, it has come out. So latest receipts. So previous was 3.8, forecast was 4.1, and actual was 4.1 as well. So, but we are seeing an increase. Like, look at that. We're seeing an increase here on PCE data. So one would say inflation is sticky. One would say probably going to stay hawkish. It's going to take 6+ months for him to really form how he wants to go about this monetary policy, and that's bearish for risk on assets. I mean, let's quickly go look at the Dixie. Dixie still looking decent here, bro. Still pushing up higher. Pump it, baby. Pump it. Still expansion here as well on the monthly as well. Still lots of breaking up bullish momentum pushing to the high side with price moving up. Oh, baby. We're seeing the sender. Bitcoin price as well, like 60K. So Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one. The options expiry as 80% of positions are sitting I mean, it would be higher now with the dump to 59K overnight. Oh, baby. That's a lot of liquidity going away as well. So, man. I mean, it just like everything we read. Let's look at ETF outflows. We saw 150 inflow today. We saw 7.5 outflow yesterday, 1.8 outflow yesterday, 1.08 the day before, 1.4, 1.2. We are net positive, but we are seeing dramatic outflows of Bitcoin in the ETFs, Craig. Literally since prices at 80K. Hey, that is no surprise here. And look at the inflows. We saw inflows at the high, and we're seeing outflows at the low, bro. Retail investors via ETFs, they have no idea what they're doing. No idea
God,
what.
no, nah. God bless their cotton socks. So we'll see them back at the top of the bull market, man. No, ETFs have behaved exactly the same as retail. I just wish they'd just buy normal Bitcoin, to be honest. But yeah, no, I mean, this is pretty typical. Pretty typical. Yeah, you're going to be hard pressed to find much good news at the moment, Greeny.
No. Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
not much. The good news is everything's on sale. That's probably the good news.
We're heading into a sale. Yeah.
Yeah, we're on a fire sale, and we might even get cheaper.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just
Tough times.
I just saw Pepe broke below 1 billion.
Really?
Yeah, it's 985 million now. Someone just said.
Crazy chat. Yeah, big dumpola. Big
Woo-hoo!
dumpola. Look at it.
Wow.
Take profits, chat. Take profits.
Wow, look at that chart. This was the golden child in 23. This coin here.
Look at this. That's what we want to be seeing. Reaccumulation ranges. That's what you want to be seeing. Bang.
Yeah. Oh, take me back. Oh.
Take me back to the sweet times that I had. Yeah, I know. It's
the money was just pouring in, man. The money was just pouring in.
Nia looks lower as well. Where's my Nia chart? Yeah, lower. Sexy said it could even hit previous lows sub $1. I'm not going to call out people, but people were saying it's free under $3, free under $2. I was like, no, this has got to correct here. So it's playing out correction here. Arguably, I think structure you want to see it hold this order block here on the weekly at 133. Anything below there doesn't look good. Doesn't look good longer term. Will probably come to the bottom of the range all the way back from 2023. Tau is probably a different beast. It definitely looks very weak and definitely will probably retest the lows at 159. So yeah, I think patience, and then what happens there is the key. Do you see a reclaim and then something like that, like it's something, or like even like a little bit of a distribution and then a reclaim? That's bullish. That's what ideally I would like to see. If it really just capitulates straight through, that's very bearish. Okay, new lows on this token would be very interesting. Or obviously, if it wicks down and grabs all these lows again and then reclaims it, probably also very bullish. So, and probably not a bad time. So, it's same. Just waiting to see what price does. Sitting on your hands is the hardest thing to do. Exercising patience is the best skill to do in a bear market, and we're right in it right now. So, I think that's probably a really good place to leave the stream today.
I agree. Patience and sitting on your hand. God, it's hard to do. I know, chat. I know it's boring to wait, but it's exciting when you get great entries and you get to scale out profit for years and years and years. That's the fun part. You just got to weather the boring part, but keep tuning in. We'll keep you guys up to date with all the latest news and entertainment, obviously what all the markets are doing. Yeah, and everyone have a great weekend. Greeny, we've got lots of work to do. I think Greeny and I are going to start to work on the aesthetics of the stream after the stream. So the work doesn't stop, guys. The work does not stop. So we're going to hopefully make the stream look a bit prettier. We're lining up some guests for next week. Oh yeah, the football. What do we got? We got Aussie in
in 2 hours time, an hour and a half. Australia versus Paraguay pretty much for second place. So very important.
So this is to go through. Am I correct? Do Aussie need to win this to go through?
No, it's very circumstantial.
Can they draw?
There's a lot of other games. Like say Turkey beat US and Australia lose to Paraguay, we finish fourth potentially.
Okay.
If Paraguay and Australia draw, I think we finish above Paraguay. If Australia win, then we definitely qualify. If we it's all about who finishes third on multiple groups that go through. So yeah, like whatever the games have been the last few days. Like Ecuador beating Germany, that's bad for Australia.
Okay.
So Japan, Sweden, 1-1. Okay, there you go.
Wow.
Hectic. South Africa beating South Korea. It was very interesting. There's another one here that was very interesting as well. I can't remember what it was. Oh, Switzerland beating Canada was also bad for Australia. Yeah,
Bro, here's a funny one. I was in a group chat yesterday, and someone in the group chat was an American goes, "What's Bosnia?"
What's Bosnia, bro?
Yeah, I died, bro. I was like, far out. Some of you've got to travel the world a little bit more from America.
I haven't been to Bosnia. I've been to
you're just gonna know it's a place, right?
Yeah, I've been to Albania and Montenegro, which is just below Bosnia. I haven't been to Croatia either. Beautiful place, but I haven't been there either. So that's the Balkans. Beautiful part of the world. Beautiful part of the world. Yeah.
I know some crazy people from there on the Gold Coast, Bosnians, man.
Oh, really? Yeah.
That girl's feisty, very, very feisty. I don't know if they're all like that.
They all sit above Greece, and Greece is a stunning place of the world as well. So,
yeah, Greece is awesome, man. I want to get back there. Actually, my wife's sister, they're over in Europe at the moment.
So jealous, bro. I mean, Nico and GTG is about to head to Sri Lanka, and I was like, oh my God, bro. Like,
Sri Lanka? I never thought of going there.
Definitely. Asia's the next one. Like we've done Africa, we've done South America, we've done very much done Europe. Obviously
Europe
from Australia, done New Zealand. Asia is where. So Japan, South Korea. I mean, I'd love to do Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore. Like there's so many. I mean, you've got bloody Thailand and stuff there as well. Like it's all, yeah, Asia's definitely number one for me next for where I travel.
Yeah, Asia's fun. Next, I can't go to any of those places until we get a bull run, though, man.
Yeah, well, likewise, mate. Likewise, we bought a house and I bought the top of housing, so we'll wait and see how that goes.
Yeah, we're stuck.
Last point. I will be away on Monday, and I will be away on next Friday, guys. So that'll be Sunday night show and Thursday night show if you're in America. So I'm moving house next week or the week after as well. So it'll be a bit of a intermediary period, but then we'll have a new setup as well. I'm very excited about all of that.
So cool.
A lot of work still to pack. So give Craig your best when I'm away, guys. We've got Jamsey come on next Friday, which is great. He'll be a really good chat. But yeah, next Monday, please come and welcome, or Sunday night, please look after Craig on the show as well. He'll be running everything, guys. He'll be running everything. So
chaos, absolute.
You have to have all the tabs ready to go, bro. You have to have all the tabs, all the charts ready to go.
Let's go. The stress levels will be phenomenal. Brilliant, guys. Yeah, make sure you guys pull up for that. That'll be a crack up stream. Jamsey's obviously a long-term friend of the show, a wealth of knowledge. And it's always good to get different traders on the show who may be seeing the market in a slightly different way. I find in investing, it's the most valuable people to talk to are probably the people that disagree with you. They are the most valuable. If everyone agrees with you, you don't get an idea of if you're right or not. So yeah, that'll be a big show with Jamesy next week. Are you still packing, Greenie? How's
mate? We've got heaps to pack still, bro.
Yeah, it sucks, eh? And then what? Will you do the bond clean yourself, or are you going to pay for it to get done?
No, we'll do it ourselves. So that'll be next weekend. Yeah.
Yuck! God, Jesus, dude, Jesus.
Oh well, that's just
a bear market, guys. You got to clean it yourself.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't mind doing it myself. I've always done it myself, to be honest. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Chat, have a lovely weekend. Go Australia in the footy. And Craig, you have a lovely weekend. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to click follow. Give us a little 5-star rating. And don't forget to subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Very much appreciate it. And check out FOMO, guys. It's in the link. Trade with us. Follow us on FOMO. It's in the link. Sign up down below. Appreciate you guys. Craig, have a lovely weekend. Chat, have a lovely weekend.
Thanks,
and we'll see you next week.